Have you ever dreamed of being in a Harry Potter movie? It sounds like pure magic, right?
It's magic.
But what if I told you that behind the scenes, many actors went through absolute torture just to bring their characters to life, from hours of painful prosthetics to wearing unbearably heavy costumes. Some of them even risked their health. Stick around, because today we're uncovering the grueling transformations that made the wizarding world look so real. If you enjoy our content and our channel, support us by subscribing. We'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment. It helps our channel grow. This is Movie Fanatic and we're moving on. The Goblin transformations, early mornings, and painful hours. Turning actors into goblins at Gringotts Bank was no easy feat. The makeup artist had to start at 4 a.m. just to prepare them for the day. Each goblin required a custom-made prosthetic mask molded from silicone and plaster. On top of that, separate body parts were glued onto the actors one by one. Ears, noses, chins, and even hands.
Gone through 3 hours of makeup and then stand in front of the mirror and see yourself transformed.
To complete the transformation, they had to wear long, sharp nails and artificial teeth, which made eating and even speaking a challenge. And let's not forget the special contact lenses that made it almost impossible to see. Each actor needed a guide just to move around the set, and they didn't do this for just 1 or 2 goblins. Each day, they transformed about 45 goblins. Imagine doing that every single morning. Real underwater, filming for the Goblet of Fire. The second task in The Goblet of Fire required Harry to breathe underwater using gills. In most films, this would be done with CGI, but not in Harry Potter.
I'd say the biggest challenge in terms of filmmaking was the underwater tones.
Daniel Radcliffe actually had to perform these scenes underwater, wearing silicone and silk gills that had to be glued to his neck. These gills weren't just for show. They had to move as if he was really breathing through them. This meant spending hours submerged in water while makeup artists constantly reattached and adjusted the prosthetics. It was an exhausting process, but the results were stunningly realistic. Hagrid's giant-sized illusion. Robbie Coltrane, who played Hagrid, was a tall man, but not quite tall enough to be a half-giant. To make him appear bigger, they gave him massive platform boots, an enormous wig, and a specially designed costume that made him look bulkier. But that wasn't all. For wide shots, they built a gigantic bodysuit stuffed with padding, which was worn by a double. The suit was so hot and heavy that they had to install tubes inside to circulate cold water. Otherwise, the actor inside could overheat and pass out. Guessing game for the comments. Here's a challenge for you. There was a Harry Potter character whose makeup process took over 6 hours every single time, requiring layers of prosthetics, scars, and fake teeth. Can you guess which character it was? Drop your answer in the comments. The pain behind Professor Flitwick's dual role. Warwick Davis wasn't just Professor Flitwick, he also played the Goblin Griphook, but making sure the two characters didn't look alike was a massive challenge. Hours of makeup and a silicone face mask made breathing difficult, and the weight of the prosthetics made it nearly impossible to move his face naturally. He even had to relearn how to speak with all the layers covering his mouth. Lucius Malfoy's evolving look. Ever noticed how Lucius Malfoy's appearance changes throughout the series? His pale, ghostly complexion wasn't natural. It was layers of heavy white makeup. As the films progressed, his under-eye bags grew darker, and his face looked more drained, reflecting his character's declining power. Applying this makeup every day was a long and tedious process, but it subtly told a story of his transformation from an arrogant aristocrat to a broken man.
My way, Potter. Oh. Sorry, love. Sorry. Why did you do that again?
Mad-Eye Moody's uncomfortable eyeball. Brendan Gleeson's Mad-Eye Moody had one of the most recognizable looks in the series, but it came at a cost. His magical eye wasn't just a CGI effect, it was a real prosthetic attached to his face. To make it work, makeup artists applied thick layers of fake skin to blend it in, and his real eye was covered with tape underneath. That meant he could only see out of one eye during filming, and the fake eye was controlled remotely by a crew member. And yes, sometimes it popped out at the worst moments. Voldemort's monstrous transformation. Voldemort's terrifying look was a combination of makeup and digital effects. Ralph Fiennes spent hours in the makeup chair as artists applied heavy layers of pale prosthetics, false eyebrows, and sharpened teeth, while his snake-like nose was created with CGI. Everything else, the veins, darkened eyes, and eerie skin texture, was done by hand. Imagine having to go through that 70 times throughout the series, and 50 of those times were just for the last 2 films. Final aging scenes done the hard way. The epilogue of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows shows our beloved characters all grown up, but instead of using CGI to age them, the filmmakers chose practical makeup. At first, the makeup team made them look too old, resembling senior citizens instead of adults in their late 30s. After several attempts, they found the perfect balance, making the final scene feel believable and natural.
I love this place. This has been my life, and so it's going to be very, very odd, I think, for all of us.
So next time you watch Harry Potter, take a moment to appreciate the incredible effort that went into every tiny detail. From painful prosthetics to long hours in the makeup chair, these transformations made the magic feel real. Which behind-the-scenes fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing movie facts. Thanks for watching, Movie Buffs, and see you in the next video.